Hey yo, what up? What up? It's Lamech with Salah Sports TV back at it again. Chill. Um, yeah, as you see by the title, we're just gonna get right to it. This has been going on for a while, but I'm gonna I'm going to take this out to 30,000 feet, right? And then we'll gradually dive down. Um, Tell me, just explain it to me, right? You can whatever. You can be snarky or you can just be a man and just explain it to me. But how does a man uh how does a man live in his own country, right? With his own family, surrounded by his own people, but his own people, his own country, no one else to blame, just only your people run the country into the ground. His own country is full of corruption. His own country full of vicious crime and just all around degeneracy, right? So that man, he doesn't, he doesn't grab his bootstraps and say, you know what, we need to fix this. I need to put a team together or something. We need to fix this country. No, 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 no. The first thing they do is spin the globe and put their finger on America to come here, right? So that alone tells you the spirit of who we're dealing with here. We're not dealing with a masculine spirit. We're not dealing with a manly spirit, right? It's not about winning all the time. We know, as men, sometimes we're going to lose. If you live life long enough, you're going to take some L's. We know that. So no, this ain't that. This is about staying in the fight. No, but these people, they flee. They run away. They leave granny, great grands. They leave all their aunts and leave their moms. They leave their whole family. They leave everything. They leave their heritage. They leave everything. Right in the midst of all that chaos that they running away from. They just leave everybody. And they say, oh no, I'll send you some money back. Right? And then they come here. And that's, hey, cool. Come here. But they don't come here the right way, do they? They break the rules. They break the law to come here. Okay. I mean, it's not okay with me, but you did it, right? You did it. You're here. Fine. But that's not where it doesn't end there. They come here and what do? What's the first thing they do? Plant that bullshit ass fucking flag that they just ran away from. This is who we dealing with. They come here and the first thing they do is grab that flag. You know, the one that they just fled from, the one they just left all their loved ones behind, leaving their kids and shit. Like, they don't know what's going to happen. They just leave everybody to come here. But then they keep that flag, right? And no, it doesn't stop there. What else do? They hate the people that's from here. They hate the people that live here. They hate Americans. Listen to them. They have nothing good to say about Americans, ever. And we're going to get into, the quote unquote American thing. It's really code word, right? But we'll get into that. This video is necessary, man. And there's absolutely no hate speech in it. So, like, There's absolutely no hate speech in it. None. I don't have to. I can just speak factual, right? These are all facts. They do all of that to get away from their bullshit country to come here, still hold on to their flag. To me, the thing to do would be to grab that American flag. This is where you are. It ain't where you from, it's where you at, right? So if it's all about Ecuador, if it's all about Mexico, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, if it's all about that, go back and fix it. Fix it to where your people don't have to leave. Right? Do that. I know the racism is bubbling up in some people out there. I already know. They coming with all they priming their should tell slavery jokes but I got some news for you. Like that's a whole fucking myth. Well, I wouldn't say it's a myth, but it's told to you in reverse. It's told to you in reverse. I hate to break it to you, but we've been here. We've been here. We've been here, okay? We're the Americans. Now moving on. Because I have yet to talk any boxing, right? But that's okay, because we talk about everything over here. Just painting a picture for who we're dealing with. Right? Because that's important. Very important. Now we have a guy, Canelo Alvarez, who somehow has parlayed himself into becoming the face of boxing, thanks to Floyd Mayweather. Right? Without the Floyd Mayweather fight, Canelo is just a regular. He's just some other guy. Right? Without that Floyd Mayweather fight putting him on the map, he's just another guy. You know? So yeah, thank Floyd for that. But here he is. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Canelo was never one of my favorite fighters, but I was somewhat of a Canelo fan. I could say that. And I don't mean fan as in fanatic. Like, no. I just mean like I had a lot of respect for Canelo. When Canelo fought Triple G, I was pulling for Canelo to win. When he fought Triple G the first time, I was hoping Canelo would get the victory. I viewed him as an underdog, honestly, in that fight. I'm like, he seems like an underdog in this fight. Right? But I wanted him to get that victory. Then I watched the fight. And I'm like, nah, man, Triple G won this fight. Right? It's not me hating. I wanted him to win. But there's no way that fight was a draw. Triple G won that first fight. And then to me, it was clear. It was a clear victory. There's no way that fight ends in a draw. I don't care when you watched it. Back then, you watch it like yesterday, today, tomorrow. That fight's not a draw. But then what happened? He got caught cheating. And that's when I'm like, oh, whoa. I had to rethink things, right? Because, by me being a man, I don't let my personal feelings like get in the way of my morals and standards, right? Not me at my best. I mean, we're all human, right? We all slip. But like, I don't willfully put my feelings for people who I don't know personally, by the way, above my morals and standards. Are you fucking kidding me? No. So I had to put Canelo back on the scale and just weigh out his career. I gave him a pass for fighting Amir Khan and all that. Like, I didn't understand why he was fighting him, but he did. He did. He fought Amir Khan. He fought Floyd Mayweather. Right? He brought Jamel Charlo up two weight classes to fight him. He fights smaller guys all the time. He fights smaller guys all the time. Right? Just laying some groundwork here. Because this motherfucker is not very bright. And I guess he's at the point where he thinks, or his fans think, that he's so above the fray that it doesn't matter. Truth doesn't matter no more. That's not to make this too heavy, but that's fucking demonic. Again, that's who we're dealing with. We're not dealing with an honorable people. Look at how they got here. Not a lot of honor. No. That's why you see the overcompensation, for lack of a better word, the overcompensation of honor. Like this, whatever. I'm going to leave that there. Another video for another day, right? But this guy, man, he contradicts himself every time he opens his mouth. Every single time. Like, it's not just Americans asking Canelo, demanding Canelo to fight David Benavidez. That's not just an American thing. But you got these cock-sucking Canelo fucking fans, and I don't have a problem calling them out. Right? What's his name? Punch Drunk, Ring IQ, cocksuckers of the same ilk that I'm discussing. Right? They hate America, but nobody told them to come here. And we damn sure don't need them. Right? They have YouTube in Puerto Rico. They got YouTube in Ecuador. They got YouTube in Dominican Republic. They got YouTube in Mexico. You can have your YouTube channel and go back home where you love everybody and where everything is great, right? You can do that. You can fire up that passport and be there in a jiffy. But no, that's not what they're doing. Because they're full of shit. They're panderers. And I don't really do the, he's racist and he's racist. I don't really do it because in my mind, everybody got a little bit of that in them. You know what I mean? So it would be kind of, it's like everybody got a little racist in them. Everybody. There's different levels to it. But these guys have some pretty high levels of it. And it ain't just like most of their ilk is the same way. Most of their ilk is the same way. You got to watch who you allow into the culture. You see a lot of these boxing channels, all of a sudden, now I'm going to throw Coach Malachi in there too, because like, yeah, I'm throwing Coach Malachi right in there with these other channels that I'm talking about, you know. I don't give a fuck. I just come right out and say it, man. I'm not here for friends or whatever, whatever like that. I'm just going to call out what I see. Now, there's a lot of great channels that I watch, so it definitely ain't everybody. And the channels that I watch, I participate in the chat, so you know who you are. Right? But I don't do no hiding. I'm going to say what I say with my chest. If I see you in real life, keep it moving. That's my best advice. But if you feel the need to approach with respect. And we can do it just like that, and that's cool. No problem. But what we're gonna do over here is tell the truth. Boxing is in the state that it is because of these fucking fanboys. The fanboys are more important than you think, believe it or not. Boxing doesn't get a lot of media coverage in mainstream media. They don't. Any coverage that boxing gets, for the most part, is coming off of what? YouTube, social media, Twitter, X, right? That's where your boxing news is coming from. Nobody talks about boxing on ESPN. Maybe if you got like some huge fight, they'll talk about it on the day of. And the day of and the day after. That's about it. ESPN has Top Rank, and they barely talk about boxing. Right? They don't even promote the shit. So any boxing news you see is gonna be on social media. So yeah, I'm not gonna, like, these guys have voices, man. Absolutely. And these boxers, in a lot of cases, they take their cues from these motherfuckers. These same Canelo cocksuckers that I'm talking about, they had so much, including Coach Malachi, so much hate for Errol Spence. And I ain't gonna lie, I don't like Errol Spence. Well, I'm not an Errol Spence fan either. I ain't gonna say I don't like him, because on a personal level, he seems like a cool dude. But as far as how he moved and the stuff he was saying within boxing, like just the politics of it and all of that, I didn't like none of that shit. And I got the videos to prove it. So no, this ain't coming from no Errol Spence fan, but I ain't got no hatred for that brother. I got no hatred for him. But you see a lot of these Canelo cocksuckers, they went in on Errol Spence. Why he ain't fighting Terrence Crawford? Why he ain't fighting him? Why he ducking? Right? Only to basically flip the script when the same thing is asked of Canelo. Because see, back then, David Benavidez had, it had only been 2 years. See, back then, during the Crawford Spence build-up, Benavidez had only been waiting for 2 years to fight Canelo. See, and to me, and to a lot of boxing fans, that already just sounds ridiculous. He was already waiting 2 years. But at that time, people were saying, well, it was his fault. He shouldn't have lost the title. He made a mistake when he was 21. He shouldn't have did that. And, Canelo cheated. Nobody says anything. David Benavidez, I'm not giving him a pass, but damn, he was a fucking kid, man. Lost one title to nose candy and lost another title on the scale. But not cheating. You'd have thought it was the other way around. That goes back to the honor system thing that I was talking about earlier. These guys don't have it. So they don't put things on the scale and say, you know what? I'd rather a guy. It's easier for me to support a guy who is super young, right? Super young and partied too much than it is for me to support somebody who cheated, a veteran who's been around and get caught cheating. That's what most people with a sense of inner justice, inner governance, right? Not talking about you Canelo cocksuckers. We know how y'all get down. I'm talking about people who the type people who do the right thing even when nobody's watching, right? Yeah, not y'all. But yeah, these boxers, they have no choice but to take their cues from online. You know how many times I see Deontay Wilder repeating shit that I'll just say other boxing channels, other network of boxing channels were saying on here. It's been many times where Deontay Wilder repeated things from what are they? The LDBC. Many times where he get his talking points from those guys. Like the whole Tyson Fury cheated thing. He didn't come up with that. They did. They fed that to him, and he ate it. He ate it. But he didn't stand on it, did he? He didn't stand on it. Him nor his manager. But when that was happening, these guys, these Canelo cocksuckers, they saw that. They saw that, and they were all over it. But as soon as the spotlight gets on Canelo, now it's, what has Benavidez done? What Benavidez has done has been his mandatory for what, 4 or 5 fucking years? That's what he's done. That's what he's done. What did Jaime Munguia do to get in the ring? He ain't fought nobody until he fought Canelo. Jaime Munguia fought nobody until he fought Canelo. Right? My man that he just fought, Belonga. What did he do? If you're gonna sit there and die on a hill and say Benavidez didn't deserve nothing, what the fuck did Belonga deserve? Edward Belonga. Everything is a contradiction. And he goes into those fights with no hassle. Belonga fight, got it done, no problem. Munguia, no problem. When he fought, what's his name? The gorilla, what's his name? I can't. The name slipped my mind. The British dude, the gorilla, right? When he fought him, no problem. No problem. But, and he doesn't mind. I'm the face of boxing. I can do what I want. I'm the face of boxing. I'm the face of boxing. I'm the face of boxing, right? Which is why we don't use that title over here. But you cocksuckers do. So here's my question. Does the face of boxing, quote unquote, have any obligations to the fans? Does the face of boxing owe the fans any, like the fans support all his fights? Yes, he's been using your Mexican holidays to sell his fights, right? If he didn't fight on those days, I don't think he would be nearly as huge a fighter. Financially, right? Monetarily. I don't think he'd be nearly so. Smart play. Smart, right? But does he owe the fans? And he doesn't. So you're saying he can get all these paydays, keep getting all this money, and he doesn't owe the fans anything? Just because you got some online cocksuckers rubbing him down and telling him he can do what he wants. That's pretty rich. That's pretty rich. And then to top it off, we're hearing that he would entertain a Floyd Mayweather fight. See, I told you he's not that bright, right? He would fight Floyd Mayweather again to get revenge. But you just said you don't want to fight Terrence Crawford because he's smaller. He's a smaller guy and you wouldn't get credit for that. So he don't want to fight Bud. He wants to get paid $150 million to fight Bud, a smaller guy. But he'd fight Floyd Mayweather, no problem. I will fight Floyd Mayweather, who's even smaller than Terrence Crawford. And retired. Been retired for years. Like, you Canelo cocksuckers are killing. This shit kills the sport, bro. This shit kills the sport. But don't worry, you'll see. Like, you'll see. It's ramifications when you have a guy who could be bringing notoriety to the sport, but chooses not to. Like, chooses to take the easy route every single time. So you don't want to fight Terrence Crawford, but you want to fight Floyd, a guy smaller than him and a guy that's been retired for damn near 10 years. You fight him. What, you gonna bring Floyd up to 168? Is that what we're gonna do? Like, what the fuck is he? What is this? He would entertain a fight with who? Conor McGregor. Another guy who is retired, smaller guy, and he's retired, and he's not even a fucking boxer. But I would fight him to see what is best between boxing. He's a bitch. And so are all his followers. All these channels, Ring IQ, all these guys. Bitches. Anyway, that's all I got. If you liked the video, bang off on that like button one time. Peace.